You know what's crazy? I think I realized why a lot of people can't keep any wealth, any value, or generational wealth or continue it going. Because once they get it, they spend it. Or they will have to show that they have it. They have to show that they arrived, right? And that's the problem, and that's where they lose at. And that's when something else comes up against them and everything is gone and squashed, and they're scrambling with credit card debt. They're scrambling to borrow money. They're scrambling with loans to try to keep up this lifestyle. And, even with mobsters, one of the biggest rules was after you do a heist or after you do something that generates money, you don't show it. You go back to your regular, normal, everyday life. You don't go show a new car, or mint coats or jewelry, none of that. You chill out. You act like you don't have it. And I can agree with that. In that situation, it was so you don't alarm the feds, right? That you are part of that maybe you had something to do with this crime. In real life, what comes after you is taxes, bills, debt. So when you get this first income that you've made off investing or a good paying job or your organization and company, and you start to squander that money into this new I've arrived lifestyle, that's where you start seeing your big headaches. Because now you got to maintain that off of this one time or this little bit of extra that you received. Instead of you sitting there and living the same life you lived before. So now you'll be living still below your means because you have more, and you're still spending less now because you have more. So now you have more to last a longer period of time, hence making more self days. Because can you afford a self day? Can you take a self day? But now you actually prepared if you need to for a rainy day or for a self day. But what happens is we turn around and we spend it and squander it on all these things that gives us no more value. It just gives us looks instead of value that can create more.